Hey everyone, we're doing some after hiking massage, isn't that right, Angie?
Mm-hmm.
We're here with Angelica Carolina, and I'll guide you through some gentle Thai massage. I know the camera angle's a bit funky, but just go along with us and reciprocate with your partner, and you guys will feel great after hiking. So, kneeling behind your partner, prone, start with rolling it out. And excuse any noises of the wind. Shotgun mic, forgot the extension for it, so I'll have that for you in the next one. So I'm just rolling back and forth gently. Let her hips let go of gripping. We were just climbing uphill for a while, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, useful thing is to check in with the receiver. How's that feel? Scale to 1 to 10. What's that feel? Good. 10 being the best.
Like a 4.
Like a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then back on the feet, and then I lean on the feet. Soft fists. And I'm just walking. Leaning my weight into her foot. How's that feel? 1 to 10.
6.5.
6.5. Good. You could really hang out here for a long time. This is a good place to be. And a lot of the rest of the body will let go as this, you know, as you touch upon these areas, right? How's that feel? 1 to 10.
7.5.
7.5. Just working up. I'm like drawing lines on her foot as it's not like randomly jumping around. I'm just, you know, sure, there's a science to like where is it more potent, but really if you just kind of mindfully creep along in a line and softly apply pointed pressure with your knuckles and fingers and palms. You like that spot? Okay, so we're around the ball of the foot and, you know, all of the toes. And I keep my elbows locked, so it's very little effort with my arms. And then I may just stick my thumb into the side of her and kind of just pinch the heel a little bit. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Like an 8.
Wow, so that's a good one, huh? That's like the best one yet. Is it too much pressure, or how's that? You want less pressure or the same?
Like the same.
You like it when I hold it? Cool. So I'm just pinching and holding the heels here. Still feels good?
Just 6.
Good. So now I'm just gently, very gently, and I'm on the ground here, so it depends on what kind of padding you have under you. Right now we just have fairly soft ground with a single thin blanket. So I'm not pushing too hard, but really I'm just searching with my hands. Up and down, up and down. I'm just like scanning her leg for where are those good spots where later, when I apply just a slightly bit more attention with my thumbs, I can really just go at a vulnerable spot for tension release. Yeah? How's this feel, 1 to 10?
I don't know, it feels really good though.
Huh?
Like a 7.
Feels like a 7? And it's just a straight line up and down. And right now I'm working more the inner calf muscle.
Oh, yeah.
Was that too much pressure?
Okay.
It felt good? Okay. And notice how I ask questions. This is methodical. This isn't like random questions either. I'm ascertaining how good is her experience and what she would like more of. So I'll apply just a slightly bit more pressure using the heel of my thumb. This is where hand balancing and yoga comes into play. My swaying back and forth is really moving from my tailbone. I'm like wagging my tail really. So it's not a lot of shoulder movement and shoulder tension. And notice I've really hung out here a long time. So I found a good spot, so I'm just pressing and holding. You can keep walking. 1 to 10, what's that like?
Like a 9.
Good. This is the best one yet. This is a 9. How you doing? So I'm just walking up. I did like 8 to 10 scans up and down the calf. So of course I found a spot that just felt different from the rest. And I'm just gently holding my weight on the top of the head of the calf. How's that feel? 1 to 10. 5. So now I'll just run my thumbs forward and up and down the ligaments in the back of the knee. How's that feel? 1 to 10. Huh? What?
8.
8. That's a good feeling. 8's a good feeling. You think you're getting your money's worth for this? Yeah? Huh?
Yeah.
This is excellent post-hike massage. The very best. Still feeling good? Working the inner knee there. And then we'll come up to the hamstrings. You mind if I move up to the hamstring?
Please.
Huh?
So please.
Lightly at first. Hamstrings probably tender after hiking uphill. Don't go up to the butt yet, just the heel or the head of the hamstring underneath the sitting bones. When I get close to the knee, I don't want to put too much pressure because the front of the knee, right? You feel the knee pressing to the ground? I don't want to go too much. As much as I can, I try to stay on the same hamstring muscle. There's 3 of them in the back. One on the outside, the inside, and the long middle one that kind of crosses over the back of the knee to the inside of the knee. So right now I'm on the outside. I keep most of my weight in my tailbone. Tailbone down and forward. And I breathe with my diaphragm. So there's the sitting bones right there. Might even come to fists. It changes it a little bit. It's not better or worse. Now I'm walking the inside. Does that feel good? How's that feel? 1 to 10.
So it's a 7, 8.
7, 8. We're losing distinctions here. Returning to yoga. I'll just walk back up the inside. How's that? You like that? Try to be as lazy as possible as the giver of the massage. And then I'll go back down the outside. As I went up the outside, you'll feel a little bit of the outer quadricep when you go out to the outside. I'm not working it too much. You could like kind of squeeze it. I don't want finger. I'll go up the outside again just to show you. So I feel the outer hamstring and then I squeeze the quadricep. You like that squeeze? It's okay. And then down the biceps femoris again. Does that feel good? You like that one? I mean, for straight forward and back walking, of course, biceps femoris is going to be, and it runs across the back to the inside of the knee. Shake it out. And we're going to move up to the back, but to do that, what I'm going to do is stick my butt, or my knee right in her butt. Is that okay? Not too much? And even just kind of, you know, it's worth measuring twice, or 3 times, or 4 times.
I don't want to put a little much pressure on the
Too much
left.
pressure on the left? Okay. It's right about there. Feels good. And then I broaden her back. And I'm just kicking calf muscles. That feel good? 0 to 10, how's that feel?
8.
Wow, it feels like an 8. That's pretty good. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Just tell me if it's too much. I got that my rolled up sweater there too if you want that under you. So I don't go up too high when I'm massaging the back. Just about the bottom corner of the shoulder blade. You know, the upper shoulders I can address better without putting too much pressure there. So there's going to be pressure on the neck, right? gently walking. There's a lot we can do here. I could put my thumb here and use my palm. Feels good. And I'm not directly on the spine. I'm just on the side of the spine, kind of pulling the muscle away from the spine. 1 to 10, how's that feel? 9? Wow, that's a good one. I'll just go back down. You know, next time through, I can maybe hang out a little longer. I'm really just tracing each vertebra, one at a time. How's the pressure? How's the pleasure, 1 to 10? Still a 9? Inhale, exhale. Short, shallow breaths. I'm just working up and down the spinal erector, 1 vertebra at a time. And if I feel a good one, when I stay there, I'll do the same thing on the other. So it's just thumb down and then palm on top. My elbow is locked as much as possible. To reduce effort. Short, shallow breaths. So we're on a rhythm. I'm just pressing, releasing. Press, release. Press, release. Ideally, she exhales when I press. So short, shallow breathing. How's that feel, 1 to 10? 9 still. That's good. One more time. Yeah? Good. I'm along the side of her spine, not pushing on the bone. I'm pushing the muscle away from the bone. And I try to use gravity as much as possible. I'm going to hang out here for a second. Working back down. You like that right there? Lazy massage on top. Just working back down. At the bottom now. Wipe that off. Maybe take your arms by your side. Down there. We'll start with just a little bit of just getting out. That feel good? Just walking one at a time. Both at a time, as lazy as possible. Yeah, good. So our quadriceps can let go, our hip flexors can let go. And we'll just keep it really basic for now, so I'll just do a little bit of arm squeezes. It's kind of like walking on your knuckles. I don't put all my weight on her arms. I have some weight in my knees, of course, and I'm really softly just kind of like palming and gently squeezing at the same time. Does that feel good? Returning a lot of that blood that was in the extremities, really working to the core so it can be filtered by the liver. Receive fresh oxygen, squeeze out the lactic acid Is that too much pressure on your chin? Feels good? How's it feel 1 to 10?
Feel like a 9.
Another 9. Wow, we're doing good here at the end, aren't we? Of course, I remember to breathe. Too much pressure, it feels good. Yeah?
Feels good,
Yeah. Just go flat on the palms. That feels good, yeah?
Yeah.
So I don't need to be a palm massage specialist. I'm just need to know how to not be bony with my hands and shift weight. It helps to be strong. It helps to have good bone alignment. It helps to do yoga. How's that? How's the pressure? Do you like more or less or the same?
Perfect.
Huh?
Perfect.
Perfect. You want me to press and hold or you want me to keep walking? Both?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll do just a little one more pass. Just walking up and down around her palms, her fingers. I'm mindful of what the floor or the ground feels like on the other side, so I don't press too much. I'm looking for the meaty spots with my generally bony spots, but I'm not like trying to stick her with the bones. I'm placing the bone on a muscle and then pouring weight into it. And of course, there's a lot much more we can do. We could make this longer, but we're going to keep this to under 20 minutes. Too much pressure? Feels good. Maybe we do one more little pass right there. Later we'll do some acro yoga and we'll show that video to y'all. Great acro yoga for lower back massage. How's the pressure there? 1 to 10, how's it feel? Exhale. Good. So I'll just work it down the rim of the pelvis, down around the hip. Relax, relax, relax. Yeah, butt is super gripping right there. Do you notice that? Yeah. Wow. We might have to do something there, Angie. If it's staying gripped like that in the deep butt. Walk down along the outside. It's just pouring weight with my hands. And since we're gonna do just a little bit more, we'll make this 25-minute video. I'll work on calves and deep butt a little bit. To come to the deep butt, just lift the leg, put it on my shoulder, and sit under it. You might want to turn your head to this side. And then the leg is just laid across my lap. I have kind of like a swastika symbol with my legs almost, and I'll just lean into the butt with my elbow. Now, it may take a while for the butt to really let go, so I want to gently work down the IT band so that I can take advantage of how the IT band is creating deep hip tension. So I can work it in reverse by loosening up the IT. I can help to access the deep hip. How's that feel? So one more pass down the IT. How's the pressure on your IT?
Pressure on IT is perfect.
Perfect. A little bit too much there. The IT goes down right below the knee, and then I slide my way back up into the butt, and I'll just hang out here for a little bit. But I want it to feel good, And there's probably other avenues to get into the deep hip rotators. That right now they're kind of exhausted, a little numb, right? It's almost like you feel the pressure, but it doesn't feel pleasurable.
Yeah.
So they're really worked hard. So I'm going to access through glute medius, because you feel that, right?
Yeah.
So that's more sensational than the deep hip rotators.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll help glute medius release, glute medius around the outside. I'm not on the elbow point. I'm just on the back of the elbow, the lower tricep.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel, 1 to 10? Pressure too much, or it's really good? I'm really syncing with my body weight, so it's not like a lot of effort here. A little bit of effort how I'm holding my hands, but feels good. Good. And then I'll just work down the IT again. See if the deep hip rotator's feeling different now. Just kind of reset around. I'm rotating her leg around that to help to work it. I can also work the elbow. I could do both at the same time.
That's interesting.
And you'll see what that looks like on the other side. And that's getting a little bit of the posterior glute medius. That's why it's so sensational. And right there is going to be ripe. So it's kind of touching upon the glute maximus attachments. Is that ripe? 1 to 10, what's that feel like?
8.
Is that good?
Yeah.
So I'm just right up around the rim of the pelvis, the posterior rim of the pelvis.
It feels like a 9.
Now it's like a 9. I'm just tracing the rim of the pelvis. So there's the deep lateral rotators from the lower sacrum coccyx attachments. How's that feel, 1 to 10? Huh?
9.
9. Good. So we went from no feeling in the deep rotators to feeling them. I'm just kind of squashing my chest onto her butt, so it's not a lot of arm effort. I'm just kind of using my abdomen to press my body down, just to give a little relief. You know, when you release a lot of that deep tension, it's very localized, and I want to kind of spread it around, almost like if you plop butter on bread, you want to spread it around. You don't want it to have a lot of butter on one bite and then the rest of the bread have no butter. So just with the flat forearm, I'm just kind of working around the glute, and then I'll finish it off by working down the IT band, and then finish off with well, you know, we may come back to the calf massage, because I really stuck around on the deep hip rotators for a while. We'll just finish off deep hip rotators on the second side. You may switch sides with your arm and head. I scoot up in there, and it's like a swastika symbol, almost, and sink in your elbow with the butt. So now you recall what it feels like when you don't feel your lateral rotators. It's like they're just tense and numb from hiking. So at first, I'm just going to work down the IT band. And then re-clarify the right deep hip. Make it as soft and as gentle a movement as possible. Like super lazy, little effort. We're here at the Grand Canyon, so hopefully you guys take some of the energy we've gathered here from mother goddess of the canyon. How's that feel? 1 to 10. 9. Just giving 9s left and right. So, just to stay a little balanced, I'll do some of the side of my forearm in the glute medius. What's that? 1 to 10. It's my first 10, guys. I got my first 10. Again, I'm not using much arm strength. I'm just kind of putting the forearm and elbow there and then leaning into it and kind of folding into it using my belly muscles. I'm kind of pinching her leg too with my arm, so I'm sure that feels kind of good too. Like when I hold it? Good. And then since we've done a good job with the glute medius, I'll find the inferior rim, the posterior pelvis. It's the bottom of the rim of the back of the pelvis. Tension is different on the left and right. I'm not attached to it being exactly the same on the left and right. But I will address the same areas. And it's like an exploration. And what I did on the other side is catch the heel, and now I'm working rotation. As I internally rotate, the deep lateral rotators lengthen. And so they lengthen into my elbow. How's that feel, 1 to 10? A 7?
10.
Oh, a 10. Wow. And so also on the other side, I was rotating with both the elbow. Let the rotation do the work, not the pressing. It's not how much I press with my elbow. It's how aligned and congruent the motion is. And then I'll just finish it off with 1 or 2 good presses and the deep hip rotators. They feel about balanced with the other side, yeah? We maybe have done that side a little bit less length. So I want to just kind of on a length wise do something the same on both sides for the video. Tension wise you're pretty balanced, so I'm going to work this IT band, the posterior IT band attachment. Feel good? I'm as lazy as possible. It's a little bit of core effort, but I try to sink into it. Whatever gravity wants me to do, I go with it, and I just put my body in the way. That's a good one?
Yeah.
So it's interesting, the right outer hip, a little bit tenser, but the left deeper hip is tenser. It's interesting, I was basically just working the forearm down the IT band, so I'll show the video one more time so they can see it. Finding as much as I can to just multitask with my breathing and my pressing. Angie's having a great time over there. What's a 1 to 10? What is that?
10.
It's a 10. Once you get a 10, you start getting lots of 10s.
Wow.
Just push off that energy. Leg, come on out. And I'm just going to shake her out and do a couple palm presses on her feet to finish it out. Remember, we worked all up in here too. And there you have it. Right now I'm pushing just kind of a trigger point on the inside foot arch. I just kind of have my thumbs in a locked position and I just sink my straight arms into it. If you follow my yoga therapy, I'm just using a latissimus contraction, latissimus dorsi. And maybe I readjust every once in a while, but I'm just kind of pressing on the inside of that heel there. I've noticed a lot of tension there in myself, and most of what I do with massage is just observing my own tension patterns and what I would like for myself. So there's tons and tons of tension because we just hiked a whole bunch, but that should help a little bit. Hope you enjoyed, and if you liked it, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one.